Why? Why do you do what you do? I think if we're honest, most people that are in the sales profession, we're attracted to it because of the money. I know there's exceptions to that, but if we're really brutally honest with ourselves, that's what brought us into sales. And what I can tell you as a coach is that's not going to last. There will be days, there will be seasons where the money is not enough to pull you out of bed on a cold morning, to have you do those calls that you don't want to do, to follow through on a sales plan or create a sales presentation that you don't feel like it. And so here's what I know. If you have not yet found your why, and it doesn't have to be huge and esoteric, it can be very simple, but my experience is it should really be bigger than just money. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's generally not enough to pull you out of the funk that everybody finds themselves in from time to time. So I want to challenge you, and I want to give you a couple of extremes. It could be something as simple as kind of that competitive drive that, I want to be number one. I want to be number one on the sales board or in those emails that are going out from the company reporting sales results. But it could also be as extreme as a client that told me after we were talking about this in a couple of coaching sessions. He said, and I'll just call his son Chris. He said, Coach, I figured it out. My son Chris is a young teenager, special needs. And I realized that the federal government, nor my state, is going to be prepared to take care of Chris for the rest of his life. That's my big why. When you encounter something like that, it's a game changer. If there's a charity that you support, game changer. But not everybody has one quite that big and lofty. And so for you, it might be, I've got to pay down this debt, or we want to buy a vacation rental, or we want to buy our first home, or we want to build something in the backyard for my mother-in-law so that as she can do less and less for herself, we've got her closer to us. Figure out your why and watch how it pulls you out of bed in the morning when you want to roll back over and hit the snooze alarm. What's your why?